What's up, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another World Series recap. The ending of Game 6 was absolute chaos, and tons of fans across the game of baseball are saying that the golden boys of MLB, the Dodgers, they were let off the hook by this play in which a player cheated. I put that in air quotes. We'll talk about that in a second. But real quick, before we get into the highlights, don't forget that recap is brought to you by SeatGeek. Save yourself $20 off all of your tickets with code Fuzzy. And Underdog is still running that crazy promotion. If you've never tried Underdog Fantasy before, if you download it today and you put in $5 and use code Fuzzy, they're gonna give you $100 even if you lose. You're welcome. Game 6. Here we go. Look at this graphic right here. So all-time, the Dodgers are 0-7 in World Series history when trailing 3-2. Not like 0-7 game-wise, but series-wise. If they've gone down 3-2, they've lost the World Series, even if they made it to a Game 7. I thought that Gausman was going to be good, but I didn't think that he was going to do it via the strikeout. I mean, he was a strikeout machine. He punched out the side in the first inning. The Dodgers literally suck. I mean, they are useless against splitters. See? I mean, Kevin, he left 93 middle, and Edman, he jolted it to right field. That's why there was a couple pitches in this game that I thought the Blue Jays could have taken back. Like, why were they throwing fastballs in situations where they could have thrown a splitter? I digress. Ohtani took a walk. He was intentionally walked. Will Smith is in the 2-hole, not Mookie Betts. Dave Roberts, the manager of the Dodgers, he went back on his word. Mookie, he was dropped to 4th a few days after Dave literally said that, no, he wants Mookie behind Ohtani. Pause. But Will is better protection right now. It's a 2-out double. Freddie, he took a walk. The bases are juiced for Mookie Betts after Will made it a 1-0 game. The Dodgers are 0 for 13 with the bases loaded so far in these World Series or in the playoffs. I can't remember exactly what it was. Mookie, he's left 24 runners on base this playoffs, and he did it. Why did they go back to the fastball? Again, the splitter has made him look silly all series. It's really neutralized him. I just did not understand that pitch call right there. Gausman and Ohtani, they kind of ran into each other a little bit at home, and of course, I didn't get to show it, but Ohtani, afterwards, he was like, yo, Gausman, you okay? Barger, this dude is unreal. He went the other way, and it ricocheted off for pretty much a free double because of the ricochet. Springer, he had a scary check swing. It's 3-0, but that oblique, it was really pulling, and this got me fired up. Green light, 3-0. That is Springer's 10th RBI of the playoffs. He is nearing a 900 OPS so far. I really want him to get to a clean 900 OPS. I like Springer. Sue me. Yamamoto, which, by the way, all of my Japanese viewers, I said a couple days ago that facing Yamamoto must feel like staring at a mountain. I did not know that Yama meant mountain. Thanks for that. That was a cool little fun fact from Fuzzy now. The Mountain issued his first walk of the World Series, so now he's facing Varsho in the 6th with 2 on. The splitter, everyone and their mother is going to be learning the splitter after this October because it's been the best pitch, like the pitch of the 2025 playoffs. Yamamoto ends his playoff run. He might even go today. I mean, that's how crazy he is. He ends his playoff run. According to me, I don't think he's going to go again. 5 playoff starts, 6 earned runs total, one of the most incredible runs we have ever seen. He's worth every penny of that $325 million contract, the most ever given to a starting pitcher. Jimenez, he was left in against Robleski. I mean, he whiffed with Ernie at second base, so the chances are dwindling. We're going to fast forward to the 9th now. Roki, in an 0-2 count, he lost it. He hit Alejandro Kirk on the meat of his palm. I'm hoping that Kirk is going to be okay. Miles Straw, he's in as a pinch runner. And Barger, he swung that toothpick bat. Again, I say toothpick because he has one of the most aggressive swings I've ever seen in my life. It's a missile to the gap, and it was this was divine intervention. It goes literally between the turf and the wall. Blue Jays staff members said they have never really seen this in their life. Enrique, I'm going to give the credit to Enrique because he's the guy that first threw up his hands. It almost looked like Justin Dean was about to grab it, and then he looked back at the perfect moment, and he saw Enrique throwing his hands up, so then he did it as well. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Justin Dean, but Straw now has to go back. It's 2 bases for Addison Barger. Ernie, he's on a knee. I'm thinking, oh my God, are we about to have a Joe Carter moment? Because Ernie already had 2 base hits, but Glasnow's in the game now, so a new look. Ernie with one of the more pathetic swings. I mean, this is a rare pathetic at-bat from Ernie. I cannot believe that actually happened because Ernie's been an absolute rock star this entire October. Andres, he's up. Just no double plays because Springer's on deck. Even with the pulled oblique, he has 2 base hits. We know that these are his moments. It's a flare to left field. Enrique, he sprinted in. Barger, he's been so clutch. It's just a bad read. I guess the bat broke, and that's why Enrique just flew in. We are headed to a Game 7 for the first time since 2019. Again, the best 2 words in all of sports, Game 7. I cannot wait. And also, I cannot wait to talk about this next topic, even though it's like, come on, they weren't cheating, but we got to talk about it. So like I hinted at in the intro, a lot of fans across the game of baseball were not happy with the result of that Addison Barger line drive scorcher that literally wedged itself between the turf and the wall. So there were clips floating around of Yoenis Cespedes in spring training where there was a clear gap of the ball and the wall. The umpire is kind of like, I'm not giving you that. That is clearly not lodged. There's also pictures of Miguel Andujar over in left field when he was with the A's. Come on, these are not wedged. There is a clear difference between what happened with Yoenis Cespedes, Miguel Andujar, stuff like that. Rule 5.05A7 states that if a ball goes through or under a fence, there are real-life humans with brains in their skull. They're like, where's the fence? I don't see any fence. Brother in Christ, the fence is the wall, and it was 100% lodged, in my opinion. Like, no glaze, no fanboy, no protecting the golden boys of Major League Baseball. Justin Dean even said after the game he had to go for it twice because the first time he tried to pick it up, it wouldn't budge. Then he had to yank at it. Come on, guys. This was not cheating. Kiké Hernández and Justin Dean did the correct thing. If they went for it at first and did not throw their hands up, we might be crowning the Blue Jays as World Series champs. I have no idea. But what do you guys make of that play? Do you think the Dodgers got bailed, or is it just the rules being enforced? Time to preview Game 7. We have Ohtani on the bump versus future Hall of Famer Mad Max. So, of course, two future Hall of Famers going up against each other. The last time that we saw Ohtani, he gave up 4 earned runs. Vladdy, he has 2 home runs versus the Unicorn, and Springer also has 2. He's in the lineup, so look for some walks to be handed out to either Vladdy or Springer. Scherzer, he has a lifetime .226 batting average against these currently constructed Jays with a 25% strikeout rate, but an almost 11% walk rate. Ohtani has 3 extra base hits and 4 hits against Scherzer and 8 at-bats. Expect him to get walked. Tommy Edman also sees Scherzer pretty well, so maybe you throw some of these on an underdog entry. Make sure you guys use code Fuzzy to get $100 when you put in 5. It's that simple. And don't forget about SeatGeek. If you're going to a game, save yourself $20 off. That's literally a free beverage. I mean, in Dodger Stadium, it's maybe 1 free hot dog. But thank you guys so much for watching Game 7. Here we go.